Just got our tree deliveries. We just counted everything and this is 95 trees. This is half my order. We have another batch coming in tomorrow. And as you can see, it's already more than 6 feet for some of them, and some of them are about 4 feet already, which means we should have an easier time getting them to give us some crops in the next few years. Super late delivery. Wow, super tall. I want to give a shout out to my friend Mark Taylor. Mark Taylor actually gifted us with Leia, and he has a farm also. Hello ulit po. This is what 200 trees looks like. It's starting from there all the way around with the tall ones in the back. It's so awesome. Can't wait to start planting these guys. We're headed down right now to a section of our farm, which is, I guess, the resident side, and we are starting to plant some trees. Here are the other trees. These are some dwarf coconuts, and in combination with some other trees also. So the staff are super busy right now. They are planting a few of the fruit trees already. On the perimeter, we're doing the coconut dwarf trees, and then some of the fruit trees are also behind. So they're going to be sort of intermingling the trees, and I don't know how many trees we're going to be able to plant today, but we're going to try our best to plant some more because rainy season is coming and it's a perfect time to plant trees because they'll be watered all the time. We have Louisiana clay here, which means it's not so nutritious and it's very acidic, which also means that we have to supplement it. So when they dig the hole with the backhoe coming, they end up making a bigger cavity so that they can throw some chicken manure in it, and then some dirt, and then the plant, and then after that they put some dirt again, and then they will layer it with triple 14 and the 1620 plus agricultural lime. So we have to do this to make sure the trees are going to be successful when they take and root. We're almost done planting all the trees that I've bought for this location at least. Right behind me we have our dwarf coconut trees, and over here we have, I think these are pomelos, lychees, and this is like rows of trees that we've planted. Sorry, this is the lychee tree here. I think it's mixed again. Back to, let's find out what these guys are. So right now I should do some trimming because these guys aren't taking on so well, and figure it out. We have been getting a lot of water. This is mangosteen. As you can see, we've done rows here also. The coconuts are on the perimeter to help with erosion and soil control, and then these guys over here, and then all the way up there. So we're still continuing to plant. I think so far we have over probably have over 100 trees here already. I know it looks a bit messy right now, but we didn't want to put the mud back into the holes because that will end up compacting the root system, and we actually want to make space because we will eventually be harvesting a lot of the water hyacinth and grinding them down and putting them in these cavities that we've created to help give the plants more nutritional value later on so that they can compost that stuff as well. Over here we actually planted some more trees, and we are using the rice husks that we removed from the horse's stable. This actually has some horse poop in it. Trying out some of the dalanghita. Get my dose of vitamin C. Some of the fruits are falling off the tree already, so I'm guessing some of it's ready. So Here's finding out. Ooh, juicy, but very, very sour. Okay, last stop on the farm update is the tower farms. We haven't been super updating because we actually ran out of supplies. We ran out of our rock wool, and we tried some local sources, but we weren't so happy with the outcome, so we actually ended up not utilizing all the towers, and we've been sort of the R&Ding again. I do have some interesting crops that we are growing, and we got the seeds from a US store. These are interesting. These are specialty cucumbers, and they're white. So this guy has a little pock mark. I'm not sure who's been eating them. Look, there's some juices flowing. But we're gonna try to put a bag over the fruit and hopefully we can save them. So over here on the ground is all specialty cucumber. They're all white. Down there I have some more interesting stuff, like we have a giant squash that we're trying to grow. Over here on this side is our eggplants, and we don't have much crop now because we just harvested. Here's some tomatoes over here. We have to prune these guys soon because they are a bit overgrown. Nice baby eggplant right there. Okay, so this is the zucchini guy growing right there already. So this is gonna take a few more weeks before they become really big. We were experiencing some problems also with some of the crops that we planted on the lower side of the farm because some of the crops were getting burnt. So I actually played around with the timer today, and I don't normally do that, but I do want to experiment and try to save as many veg as I can. Also, I don't know if you can see these guys. The stink bugs are still a big problem, and we, over the next few months, are thinking of actually enclosing the whole tower system already, or at least partially of it, because we notice we lose maybe 40 to 50% of the crops and the yield due to pests, and it's very difficult. Like when you're investing so much time and money and hard work to grow these things, and all of a sudden nature wins. So maybe, I'm guessing maybe by first quarter next year we'll be bringing up the greenhouse, because we learned also that the ceiling should be at least 6 feet higher. Let me show you. The ceiling should be at least 6 feet higher than the point of the flower. So if the last plant is about, let's say, a meter up, then we should be 6 feet taller. We're just gonna build like foundation here and elevate the whole structure, which is not a problem. And then we have some fans, but we haven't hooked them up, but those are ventilation fans to help circulate the air also when it gets really hot. Got the grass trimmer with some batteries. Hopefully these guys last me. I'm just gonna try to make a dent on the place that needs to be trimmed, and after that they'll finish it up for me. Just got here. We're gonna be trimming these guys here to make some room for the calamansi. Let's go start at the end so it's not so hot. The problem with it being rainy season is that the grass just grows so fast and it's so hard to maintain. Like this guy's here, these are all tall grass. Reason why I wanted to clean the grass in the bottom was to give the plant more aeration, also because this guy is giving it some crops already. Look at all those wonderful calamansi. So I'm gonna be cleaning all this, put it into time-lapse mode. Been a while since I did a tower farm update. These guys aren't looking so good. They broke. That's not good. These guys are new. These are our zucchinis. Check out this bad boy. So we're currently making a little, I guess, pull-out bench that these plants can sit on because we had a plant break on us just a while ago. Here is our sample for our bench extension, just to increase the crawling space. And we decided to make these bags because the pests are really pests. So we're trying to protect the little sprouts already, and that's gonna get a bag soon. Right now I'm gonna trim some dead leaves and hopefully I can make a dent. I have my shears, and my shears have been sanitized with some alcohol just in case you don't want to spread the bacteria from plant to plant. It's always good to be sure and sanitize your tools every time you skip to a different species also, and if there's a disease it won't carry over. Anything that is dead, dying, or deceased has to go. Look how much water this thing has inside. Anything that is causing poor air circulation also has to go. I'm gonna cut as close to the root system as possible, or the main stalk as possible. When you're pruning plants, I learned don't do it when it's super rainy season because it could get root rot or stem rot by the water entering. The leaves are quite itchy, they are quite furry. Let's do a quick walk around also, show you guys what we're growing so far. I think these are okra or ladyfingers, so these are all babies. We had to get rid of most of the okra because we had a massive stink bug problem again. It's quite annoying, these stink bugs. They're so prolific. Some red beans. And then these are all eggplants to my left. These are already on our life cycle, so these guys need to go soon. Some tomatoes. Some tomatoes here. These are ampalaya or bitter gourd. They are drying out, so we did make some adjustments to the nutrient system. Hopefully my adjustment to the nutrient system makes a difference. Shout out to Matthias from Ibiza Farm for helping us out. Here we're making the bags for the crops so that we can protect them from these stink bugs. Sewing it up all manually at the moment. These are really interesting. These are white cucumbers. There's some right there. Let's get a close-up. Look at that guy. We're going to be actually starting to save these seed batches, getting a closed-end system where we can grow the crop, save the seed, plant it again and again and again until we get such a great variety. Right now I'm going to show you why we're making those bags. The pock marks, the cucumbers are being attacked, so we're putting the bags over it just to make sure that we do not have these blemishes, because what good is a white cucumber if there's so many blemishes? Obviously we can cut it out. On the first glance you actually think that it's been skinned already, but no, that's really the color. I'm gonna head back first and continue this update tomorrow because I gotta check on some things right now. So hopefully tomorrow will be sunny because the weather's just been so erratic. I'll leave you with a slow-mo shot of these beautiful flowers.